Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we're taking a look at the Incheon, as this ship is back and available for a direct purchase this update. Through the ship rotation, it seems like Wargaming is bringing back some of these very extremely poorly priced event ships. FOMO mechanics, gambling mechanics. I really dislike the way Incheon was released. And about 8-9 months later, we get ourselves Incheon for doubloons in the Armory. So you can use your coupon if you want to, and for a standard cost. No Admiral bundle here either. I am very happy to see this. Yes, it's still very expensive. It's tier 10. But it's not in a Wishing Wharf only, where it was incredibly expensive and very short-term FOMO-driven mechanics to try and get you to spend even more money. I'm really glad this has come back alongside other ships like Gonzaga, Defense back for coal this update, Jupiter 42, Minigumo, Monmouth, Navarin, even Picardy, which, again, probably shouldn't be getting. But some very interesting ships here. Incheon having deep water torpedoes alongside DD dispersion Des Moines guns and a smokescreen. If you're interested in Des Moines and you're wanting something that's a little more focused on farming damage rather than the utility of a radar, this is a really good ship. I like Incheon a lot. In my initial coverage of Incheon, I probably focused a lot on the Wishing Wharf monetization. So that was the first time I think we were seeing a Wishing Wharf, and it was pretty extreme. I was also very critical in the ship rotation idea a couple of months ago. I was very concerned Wargaming was just going to use that to make existing premiums that were available for a very long time, years at this point, in the Armory, just for a direct purchase. I thought they were going to add FOMO to that. And they did. But it seems like those ships rotate back every couple of months. And more importantly, I speculated, if this ship rotation idea comes through and they bring back some of these event ships that were ridiculously expensive in horrible events like Wishing Wharf, if the idea is to allow them to bring those ships back a little sooner, I can put up with the ship rotation on some of the older ships like Sharnorst or Atlanta, things like that, in exchange for getting these ships back sooner for a regular purchase. So I'm very happy to see these back. The only thing, I guess, Wargaming, is just let us know when these event ships are going to come back through ship rotation, and it'll be even better. You can sell them for a lot of money up front, but if we know they're coming back in a few months, less than a year's time, it's not going to be nearly as bad. For example, we don't know how long something like the Indiana is going to be available in its Admiral bundle or in these loot boxes only. Maybe that one comes back. Who knows? I actually don't know. Okay, don't take that as some sort of hint here. Purely speculation on my part. But imagine we knew it was coming back in a year's time, just like Incheon and Gonzaga are now back. I think that sort of communication would go a long way to helping these events feel a lot better. It already feels pretty good, though, these days, let's be honest, with all the doubloons you can get. And they're adding content for free-to-play and light paid players as well in Lucian B Dockyard. And currently, we get the Bridgeport to grind for free these updates. It's very nice to see. But let's talk more about the Incheon, as you may be interested in this ship now that it is not over $300 on average to get it out of the Wishing Wharf. It is just a standard 26,300 doubloons, which, if you're playing a lot and you get all your free doubloons over the next few months, you should be able to get close to, alongside a 25% off coupon that is available for a doubloon ship in the Armory. This ship has a little bit less DPM than Des Moines, but it's the same shells as Des Moines for HE, same fire chance, same pen, same damage. AP is the same damage, same improved pen angles we get on Des Moines. You see me use a lot of AP here. I am a Des Moines enjoyer, so I really do like these guns a lot. The AP, though, does have slightly shorter fuse times. Very unique 0.022 second fuse time instead of the 0.033 that we see on something like the Des Moines. It just means that against very lightly armored targets, you should be getting more full pens or citadels rather than some overpens. Des Moines shells, Incheon shells are quite slow, so that really wasn't too much of a problem on the Des Moines. Not much of a difference there. I honestly do not notice it at all. This ship gets out to 16.1 kilometers of range, which is quite nice. Allows me to comfortably take something like reload mod, even into the passive games, because we have ourselves a smoke screen, allowing us to play in so many more matches than the Des Moines. Des Moines is very, very difficult to play in open water maps where plane spotting will allow many battleships to sit in spawn and arc their overmatch over islands. It's difficult to play, but fun and rewarding. I still like Des Moines a lot, but this one with its smoke screen allows you to play so much easier in less forgiving environments, shall we say. This ship also with its smoke has the Pan-Asian smokes, which I really like. It's a bit of a middle ground between the British daring style smokes, which are very bursty, come back quickly, but they don't last very long, and something like the American smokes, which last forever and take a long time to come back off cooldown. This is a nice mix of the two. It allows you to set up for a decent duration. You get 70 seconds of duration with a 30-second action time, so pretty solid duration total there, alongside a 110-second cooldown. So very little downtime as well in between your smokes if you have to smoke again after your smoke runs out. It's really, really nice. Torpedoes are deep waters here, which can deal quite a lot of damage. Very stealthy. 13.5 kilometers of range is really nice. So as a Des Moines, it can be a little tricky on islands to get rushed around an island by a battleship or something like that. Well, you got some torpedo power to deal with those rushes if they come after you. This ship also gains a torpedo reload booster, so every once in a while you can launch out 8 torps per side, but that is not the primary damage dealer. It's a nice to have, I gotta say. It is really nice to have, but the guns, oh, the guns. And this Victoria with only 380 millimeter guns, maybe 381s or something like that, cannot get through our armor. We have 27 mil bow, so I'm allowed to just sit bow in, and he will not be able to overmatch me. This is not very common at tier 10, but every once in a while, it's pretty fun to be able to get this ship close range brawling. I'm able to easily pinpoint areas of the enemy ship thanks to our improved dispersion, not cruiser dispersion, but again, that DD dispersion is really, really nice to have. We get standard heals here, which is very good to have too, and unfortunately no option for a hydro. So we have a defensive fire, which is nice to have here in this game, allowing us to remove some planes from our vicinity, allowing us to go dark a little bit sooner, preventing some damage as well. But it is a Lexington tier 8 carrier versus defensive AA tier 10 cruiser. It's decent, but against some of the higher tier carriers and their planes, might not quite be enough, but that's where we have a smoke screen to allow us to go dark permanently if the planes are constantly coming after us. Massive AP DPM to finish off that Victoria. Do not underestimate the pen angles of this AP. It is shocking how often you're able to use the AP even when enemy ships are quite angled to you. It is really, really powerful stuff, and I tend to focus on the AP a little bit more, but as an HE spammer, it is still quite solid. Great fire chance alongside really, really good DPM. You get 34 mils of pen, which is, 32 is the major threshold there, allowing you to full pen a lot of battleship armor very easily. The destroyer dispersion also means you're quite consistent at HE into DDs. Destroyers are small targets, and sometimes with Des Moines, your massive DPM doesn't result in effective DPM because the dispersion gets a little wonky from time to time. And even through the radar, some destroyers, if they're nimble enough, far enough away, can easily get out of that radar range without taking too much damage. Where with Incheon, assuming you're leading properly, shows off your poor aim, or shows off my poor aim more often, because the dispersion's so good. If you miss, it's probably your fault. But it's a really nice thing to have. We don't have that radar utility, but the smoke lets us play closer to some of those islands and have DPM utility pressure on caps that way. Getting ourselves an E in this match, let's move over to a live game and talk about some of the positional elements of a ship like this one. As always, when playing a cruiser, we're going to have to be very careful of battleships and their crossfires early on. So looking here, we got our up tier into super ships, but no carrier to be spotting us over islands, which is nice to have, as well as a lot of cruisers. So I'm going to be trying to find some AP opportunities. Not having a radar means we don't need to focus quite so hard on the cap, but we don't want to be too far away because our shell velocity is still quite slow, right? Over 11 seconds here to 16 kilometers. But what I didn't mention yet is this ship has very good firing angles. To fire all your guns forward or backwards, it's 25 degrees. where Des Moines gets something like 30 degrees, which is fine, but, well, this is a lot better. I like this ship a lot and its firing angles. It allows you to push quite aggressive. Oh, interesting that we're not lit here. It allows you to push quite aggressively because you're not exposing a lot of broadside when you're using your guns. It also allows you to be a little bit safer when you're in smoke. You don't have to give quite as much broadside, maybe get radared and then shot at, or someone blind fires you. Since we didn't get spotted here, I'm going to be more aggressive. Okay, normally I'd be a little bit more cautious in this. We want to be supporting our daring for sure, but I really want to see if the enemy team is leaving this flank. It's... Oh, interesting. The DD is there. Well, this is a great opportunity as we should be able to surprise them. It's an Alsace too. Very good. I would have been worried about... Probably Laria is the most concerning. Hello, sir. How are you doing? And now we get to see, oh my goodness, the incredible damage out of this HE and our dispersion. Look at that, another 5k into him. Alsace shooting us. Get a little blind fire, but now we get to angle. See? Angling, very nice. Let's go there. Main shot us. Oh, that's really bad. Where is he? Sure would be nice to have a hydro, don't you think? I would love to have a hydro. Oh, hey. He goes down. Lovely. So, too aggressive? Perhaps, but we have a smoke. Take some damage. That's okay. We have a smoke screen here, and we get a lot of time in our smoke. So now, we should be able to farm. 8.5 kilometer smoke fire detect here means that... Well, you got to be very careful about playing super aggressive with this smoke. But in this case, it's not so bad. 10-second lead time, though. St. Louis is speed boosting. Look at the duration, by the way. Like, we can expand this smoke for quite a while without leaving it. And now, what, 101 minute, 30 seconds? And we got a minute left. So we've got, like, a little less than 30 seconds of downtime between our smoke running out and getting to use our next one. Very nice. Really, really comfortable that way. Laria is there. Okay. But now we get to just chill in our smoke. Hopefully get some spotting. I'm not too worried about torpedoes at the moment, but it is something that you will have to watch out for, as most likely there's going to be a lot of DDs on your flank. They love to torp your smokes. As a destroyer player, I love to torp smoke screens, especially with cruisers that I know don't have hydros. And there's that AP. It's so good. 11.2 kilometer regular detect is fine. Oh, more citadels. Let's go. Is fine. It is totally fine, but it's worse than Des Moines. I find the maneuverability also feels a little worse than Des Moines, even though on paper it's not actually that much worse. Feels a little sluggish to me in comparison. But we've done a good job on this flank. I do not fault our DD at all for going for the cap. In fact, I'm very happy he went for the cap, as well as not pushing into enemy spawns. We do not want to push enemy spawns. While Incheon can do some aggressive plays, as we did, we don't want to overcommit into spawns. That's a great way to lose our ship, get caught in crossfires, that kind of thing. Don't want to be doing that, especially with a main. That's some scary stuff. But even though it can push like this, I'm emphasizing the pushing thing. It's not a pushing ship. This is definitely a ship you want to be kiting. You want people pushing into you, your excellent firing angles, alongside your incredible DPM, makes for a very, very scary ship to be pushing. And for us, we just want to be focused on playing our side of the map right now. Notice how the main is caught behind this island from us, so he actually won't be able to hit us if we continue firing here. I'm a little worried about the potential of Alsace shooting our broadside here, so that's why I'm going to just speed up and turn in. Assuming we angle properly, it's not too big of a worry. Now we're going to smoke here, just so that we get ourselves a little bit of safety. Firing all of our guns can be a little bit scary, but in this case, we do have such amazing firing angles that we should be auto-bouncing. Wait till we go dark to use our damage control. St. Louis has been blind firing us, but he shouldn't get another fire. It'll be kind of RNG dependent. And we'll use the HE here, just because Alsace has so much 32 mil armor. that we may as well show off the HE DPM. It's very good still. Very, very good. Lead a little bit more. I'm not quite at an angle for my rear guns. Although if he's going to go... I mean, he's going to go a little broadside. I got to use the AP. I have to. I love Des Moines guns, okay? So, wow, he gets the double fire blind. I had to say something. I mean, it's good for the YouTube video. It's funny. But that's insane RNG. I mean, look at this AP damage, though. It's wild how good it is. Absolutely crazy. But we have heals, so a fire like that, it's not the end of the world, right? Our team is not looking so hot on the other side. That's okay. The enemy team, if they push through sometimes, right? Pushing spawns is going to typically not result in as good a time. We never want to push enemy spawns, which is why I'm not doing it here. So let's try and regroup a bit and maybe see if they're pushing this. Help out on middle. I don't see these guys pushing back on this flank at all. Certainly the amount of damage I've dealt to the Alsace and St. Louis should be enough to deter them. So I don't really want to be chasing them. I want to go help on these guys over here some more. But if I get the opportunity, still, maybe some more AP. Our team is doing okay. DD got traded out. That's decent. This main is getting very low, actually. Our team is a little passive still. Let's try again. It's max range AP into the St. Louis, so I'm not terribly confident in it. But we'll try some. And then we'll get on this Alsace again. Since I know there's no one up here... Oh my goodness, we got the Citadels still. Since I know there's no one up there, I'm not too worried about showing broadside like this, right? Main shoots us. Let's try the slow down and turn in tech. See how that goes. Gotta watch cross shots from over there too. Alright, so we don't have the spots right now. That's okay. Good. Did not eat too much damage there. St. Louis is going to be turning away, so let's go back to the HE. These guys are so low that it's baiting me. I feel like it's so tempting to try and finish them off, you know? Leading these guns. I'm worried about lobbing threats over this island as well right now. Our guys are dying. Oh, he's on 800? Yes, okay, we get him. Good. And now for this Alsace. Can we get the lucky fire to start? Worried about crossfires. Until we get behind this next island, we should be fine. Yeah, I think we're good now. Trying to keep main between. Turret traverse could be better. Oh, I can only have my front guns for this. 10k. Come on. Wow, we need better salvos than that. 4k. That's the last one, though. All right. We did not quite get him, unfortunately. Armor holding here. Very good. 150 so far. That's a very good game already. Hopefully I've been talking enough about the positional ideas here. Let's see. Are we just going to get one shot by a main here? Hopefully not. May as well send some torpedoes and insta-smoke. Too late. However, the slowdown turnout, I think, works. Barely. Let's also use our booster. We lost our DD somehow. That's quite sad. That is going to be a big problem for me, of course. How am I going to deal with this? I think the main is probably going to go for the cap. More than likely. And I don't want to just sit here. I'm going to need to play this corner in such a way that the main does not get an angle on me. I've probably played too aggressive overall. Rip the Riga. Let's see. Can we get a cheeky shot into someone crossing here? That would be interesting. Salsas. Ooh, very tempting to push into the cap here just a little bit. Which way did this main go, though? Did he turn back this way? I'm worried about the main coming through here. Okay, he didn't. How's my Torp lead? Bad. Not good. Here we go. Got the Willem on us now. We unfortunately have something up there. Good thing I did not push any further. My goodness, that's scary. Okay, we get the Willem. Does Utrecht push? At this point, I am very worried about main coming around that corner. Let's try and help there. Nice, they get him. Send some random torps there. We are within our smoke fire, so this is not going to go well if I smoke, so we just don't bother. We stay on the AP, we use our D-fire. I don't want to allow Utrecht to actually get a salvo into us. Full salvos with his guns. I also am backing up, which is dumb because there is a main behind me. Alright, we get him. Now, there's a Napoli up here alongside a main, so let's be careful for that. That's a heart pounder, man. I can feel it. Oh my, I'm so lucky to get a game like this one, I gotta say. Nope, I don't take that fight. I don't take that fight. I don't take that fight. I don't have to, so I won't. We are far too low to be taking a fight like that one. 8.5 smoke fire detect, so no point in shooting now. Our team has won the other flank, so all we have to do is survive here just a little bit. However, if he turns like that and we're behind the island, I get a cheeky little shot in there. Really? We think main is there? Terrifying. My Torp angles are actually pretty bad. Okay, main is there. No, we're fine. Wait, am I dumb? Did I just accelerate out of the cap? Hopefully not. Oh, it's sketchy, but fun. It's really fun. See how having smokes allows me to play in a few more positions than Des Moines would. I would have played differently, for sure. But I find it so fun. I find it very interesting playing a ship like this one. Okay, there's the Torps.
Torpedoes, direct front.
How long am I smoke here? What's our rear puff at? Could be disappearing, which is worrisome, but I'm greedy. Greed is good, right? 19 seconds. Greed is good. Greed is good. Greed is good. Greed is good. We like greed. Oh, especially if he shoots. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. And I just wasted that. Hello. Goodbye. One Torp, and I think the rest finish him off. Let's go. All right, now the Napoli. Right? Or did I mislead those? I get him. We get the Kraken. That's not fair to have two Kraken games in this ship for this video. It's not always this good, okay? But you see how it can reward you for playing well. The smoke lets you get into some very creative... Oh, wait. The smoke lets you be a little more creative, accounting for a few more matches where otherwise you would not be able to survive. Hello, Mr. Napoli. We're going to stay on the AP because Napoli armor will shatter our HE for the most part. We're going to try and stay out of secondary range too. That's the goal here. High cals, nice. Can I excel and turn into this? Confederates, no Halsey. See how good the AP is, man? It just hits so hard. Oh, he's on the AP. Very good. Yeah, you don't want to shoot AP at an Incheon unless you overmatch it, because it can just sit at angles where it auto bounces. Oh, my aim is so bad, though. See how it tells you? It just shows your bad aim. If you don't want to be shown that you have bad aim, then you don't want to ship with DD dispersion. And this, like, AP pen angles and stuff. Okay, I should go to HE. Stay out of his secondary range, please. Don't throw to the AI gunners. Oh, and we get the fire instantly. Okay, well, yeah, I probably should shoot more HE than I actually do. Yeah, that was misaimed as well. Okay, 250,000 damage, another Kraken. It's a good boat. And maybe an E again? Insane. Absolutely insane. I like Des Moines guns, man. I like Des Moines guns. You give me them a little more accurate. You give me a smoke screen to work with too. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I was so disappointed by this ship being in such a poor state as far as its monetization method goes back when it was initially released, that Wishing Wharf. I was so sad because it's a good ship, man. I like it a lot. So very, 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 very happy to see it in the Armory just for a regular purchase. Here we can go to ships and new. There it is, 26K doubloons. And your coupon here gives you 25% off if you want to as well. Keep in mind, Black Friday is coming up. There's plenty of things to use your doubloons on, but if you're interested in this one, well, I think it's a good one. I think it's very good. It's still expensive, but it's a direct purchase now, not an Admiral bundle, not some Wishing Wharf loot box shenanigans. It's just a regular, normal purchase, which I really like to see. Here is the upgrades that I have been using on this ship, as well as the commander build here. Probably could just go demo expert. Not sure if you need the torpedo reload, but that's what I went with here. It's a pretty flexible commander overall. You really just want the usuals for survivability, as well as concealment, AR. And I really like having gun feeder, even if it's not the improved American one. Otherwise, there's a few points that you can throw around to whatever you feel like it. As for that armor, 30, 30, 25. I've been wrong this entire time. Okay, well, asterisks will be going in the video. I'll have to go edit that then. If you got that before I did, well done, and I'm sorry. I was entirely wrong there. 25. Why did I think it was 27? Anyways, 152 there on the hull. But that's a lot of 30 mil armor still. So sitting at auto bounce angles, that's not a great target to go for. Especially, okay, now I'm trying to justify why it doesn't matter that I was wrong. But let's be honest here, okay? Like, sure, you overmatch this part. There's not really a citadel to hit back here. This is so far. Okay. I was wrong. Caught. I was wrong. I'm sorry. But Incheon's still very, very good. I had a blast playing it today, and it's back for a regular purchase. Good job, Wargaming. If we have to deal with some ship rotation, FOMO mechanics added to some older ships, at least if these new event ships come back sooner for a regular purchase, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. But let me know what you think about that in the comments down below, as well as your thoughts on Incheon. I'd love to hear it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.